Hi children, welcome back to our offline class sessions. Welcome back to our science class. So yes, children, today we'll move on with our next topic, that is dispersal of seeds by winds. So we know that winds are the main factor. Okay, as we know that wind is the main factor of dispersal. Okay, that is many, like we know that many seeds can be dispersed through winds, that is from parent, that is from the mother plant to the far away places. Okay, because wind can take the seeds far away. Okay, so wind can take the seeds through the far away places. So now let us see what are the adaptations. Okay, what are the adaptations of the seeds to be dispersed by the winds. As we know that they are the seeds of this wind dispersal will be very small and light in weight. They'll be very small and light in weight. And also the seeds, for example, you can take the seeds of orchids. Okay, we all know the flower of an orchid. Okay, so I mean we all know the flower name, which is called as orchid. Okay, the seeds of this orchids, it will be very light in weight and very small. Okay, they'll be very light and they'll be very light and very small. The first adaptation which we have learned is they are very small and light in weight. And some seeds will have air growth. Okay, the seeds will be having small hairy growths. For example, the cotton seeds. Okay, for example, the cotton seeds. So first one is they are very small and light in weight. Second one is they will have some airy growths. Next, some seeds will have wing like structure. For example, you can see the maple, okay, as well as Indian elm. Okay, so the seeds will have what to say, they have the wing like structure so that they can travel easily, they can travel through the wind. Next, some of the seeds will have parachute like structures. For example, you can give for example like some of the seeds will be having parachute like structures. They'll have parachute like structures. Some, for example, the seeds of dandelion. Okay, the seeds of dandelion and William herb. Okay, seeds of dandelion and William herb, as well as the calotropis. So the dispersal of seeds by winds will have some of the adaptations, like they are very small and light in weight. Some of the seeds will have wing like structure, they'll have hairy growth, and some of the seeds will have parachute like structures. So these are the adaptation of seeds through which the dispersal will be taking place by wind. Move on with dispersal of seeds by water. So the seeds or the fruits, okay, of the plants that grow in more, okay, that grow in more flowering water depend on the water for the dispersal. That is near to the water, whichever the plants are growing, they depend on water for the dispersal. For example, if you take a lotus, okay, the lotus plant will have seeds inside its spongy fruits. Okay, the lotus will have it will be having the seeds inside its spongy fruit. So the spongy part of the fruit will enable, okay, as the seeds are growing inside the spongy fruit, so this spongy fruit will enables the, so what to say, the fruit or to float on the water. Okay, so the sponge, as it is spongy, we know that if it is light in weight, it starts floating on the water. So the spongy fruit will be very light in weight, so hence they will start floating on the water, and they will reach to the different places. Okay, they will be reaching it to the different places, and later on the fruit will get decayed and the seed are set for the growth. Okay, the fruit will get decayed and the seed will be set for the growth. This is how the dispersal will be taking place in lotus. Okay, the seed will be present inside the spongy fruit, and the spongy fruit will start floating on the water, and later on it will get decayed, the fruit will get decayed and the seed will be dispersed. Next, when coming to the coconut, as we know that even coconut are, they will have a hair trapped fibers. Okay, usually this coconut fruit are air trapped fibers. Okay, so which makes the fruit to start very to float on the water, and it becomes very light. The fruit will become very light and it will start floating on the water. And what happens, this water current will make, that is the flow of water. Water current is nothing but the flow of water. So this water current will make the fruit to start floating, and it will be carried to a long distance. Okay, and it will be carried to a long distance. This is how the dispersal of seeds will be taking place in the water. We have learned the dispersal of seeds by winds, dispersal of seeds by water. Next, we'll move on with the dispersal of seeds by animals. how the animals can also disperse the seeds. So some of the plants that will produce the dry fruits and dry fruits which will have the spines and horns or stiff air on them. Okay, some of the fruits, dry fruits, will be having very spines or else the horns and stiff hair on them. For example, the seeds of xanthium or grass. Okay, the seeds of grass or xanthium or burdock, tiger's claws. Okay, these are some of the examples of fruits which are dispersed by animals. So these will stick onto the fur of the grazing animals. Okay, it will be sticking onto the fur of the grazing animals, or sometimes it over the cloths of the human beings, also over the cloths of human beings. For example, xanthium children, the xanthium will be having thorn like structures on its body. Okay, what happens, they will start sticking to our cloths. Okay, they will start sticking to our cloths. So like that, and a few seeds will be sticking to the fur of these animals also. Okay, and there are some plants which will produce very juicy fruits. Okay, they'll produce some of the juicy fruits which are being eaten up by animals, birds and squirrels. Okay, or monkeys, or you can take even human beings also. So some of the fruits which will be juicy, they'll be eaten up by either animals or birds or monkeys, whatever, either even by human beings also. So then what happens, the seeds, for example, the seeds of this mango, apple, okay, they cannot, okay, orange and all, we cannot eat it, it is non-eatable, we cannot eat those seeds. Yes or no? So what we do, they are being thrown up to the far places as animals keep on roaming. Yes or no? So as animals will keep on roaming, so even animals also will eat such type of fruits. Yes or no? So what happens, once they eat it off, what they do, they just move on to the far places and they start excreting. Yes or no? They start excreting. So at that time, from there also the seed, okay, the seed may get germinated and it will start growing. And there is another adaptation where undigested seeds, for example, tomato seeds, guava seeds or brinjal seeds. Okay, tomato, guava, brinjal seeds, what happens, they are being excreted. Okay, either by human beings or either by animals or birds. Okay, they get excreted, which is unharmed, because they don't their coverings, okay, their coverings are too hard, which cannot get digested. That is the seed coat. Okay, the seed coat, which cannot get digested. Okay, they don't get digested. That is why what happens, they just pass out of our body. Okay, that is the undigested food, so hence they just pass out from our body. So when this droppings, okay, that is when they excrete on the soil, the seed, because even though they excrete, they don't excrete near to the mother plant. Okay, sometimes near to the mother plant, or sometimes very far away, to the far away places. By that, at that time also, when the seed gets sowed, at that time the seeds will fall into the soil, then also the seeds will start germinating. This is how the dispersal of seeds will be taking place by animals. That is